Hi guys, this is Carrie. Welcome to A Crone's Life. Today I want to go through my photography decks. Sure, why not? But I did want to let you know that I haven't really been doing tarot lately. Since the summer solstice, I have been drawn away from it. My deceased brother's birthday's coming up, and I'm feeling a little So, I might be chatty about a couple of different things in this video. But let me get started with a couple of decks that are closer to photography than they are collage, but I would have put in my collage if I had remembered. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Gentle Chaos. This is an oracle. I really wish that we had enough cards to fill up this cool box because the deck is really wonderful. Ghost Honey is the author, artist, I guess, and he shows up in the deck as well. I actually know that there's a few of you guys that already have this, so maybe it won't be too surprising for you to see. But, you know, some of the cards are just photographs. It's silly. And some of the cards are drawings. And I'm not there yet, but some of the cards are actually superimposed, so layered upon another photograph. And in that respect, I probably would have put it with my collage decks. I put the superimposed with the collage because it just felt right. This is a really awesome deck. I don't know. I just felt like maybe I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. I love random. Like, random stuff to me speaks to my soul. So this feels really random. This feels like something that just was meant for my random loving nature. So yeah, I think that's it. There he is. There's Ghost Honey. And he also, has a drawing of himself. So, and in that respect, I think that's pretty cool too. I wouldn't dare put myself in my own deck, but that's me. I mean, I don't know. And who doesn't love a moon pie? Okay, there's a lot of people that don't like moon pies. Just kidding. Okay. I can't eat them. I can't eat a lot of things these days. Okay, so that was my first deck. Next we have Glyph, Sacred Symbols Oracle, and this is by Prism and Fleur. I have quite a few of their decks. Maybe 3. That sounds about right. I have not used this deck very much. These are the backs. I love the gold touches. Like, this matte gold is so pretty to me, and of course it's really soft. Not that I have a problem with edging, but see, this is kind of photography, but it's also like superimposed photography. Let's turn it this way because I feel like I'm upside down. I also know that there's a lot of you guys that have this deck. At least the people I watch. So, I haven't been doing tarot. I haven't been doing art. I have been kind of just focusing on learning. I got a new app on my phone. It's called Intuit. Intuit? Is that right? I'm filming with my phone, so I'm not able to tell you right off the top of my head. Maybe it's Input, but I thought it was Intuit. Anyway, this app helps you to learn in small doses, and I've been learning about Buddhism and Buddhism philosophy, and that led me into, my rabbit hole of near-death experiences. So, yeah, I'm kind of in a different place right now. But I would like to leave a link or a few links in the description box of this video, just kind of taking you to some of the things that I've watched. I find it very intellectually stimulating, but also very comforting for my soul. I don't know anything, of course. Very humbled by the experiences other people have had. I kind of yearn for some kind of experience to give me some, I don't know. The word is authority on it, but that's not how it feels. Like, I don't feel like I want authority. I just want some kind of basis for my knowledge, or I want something to validate that I know what I'm talking about, not just from my gut intuition. I come from a group of people that just are very, they not materialistic in the way that they covet things, but materialist like, if you can't see it, touch it, feel it, taste it, it doesn't exist. So yeah, so going into near-death experiences is not something that that anybody in my family would have. Well, I don't know, my dad might have. He was into aliens. Anyway, I don't know. Let's get ready for the next deck. This is the Lost Tarot. It was a Kickstarter for me. I'm looking at the name Hans Jürgen Bowers. When I first got this, I was kind of disappointed because it's a little too clean for what the premise is supposed to be. Like, this is supposed to be a long lost tarot that you've dug up and, found from who knows when. And in the same respect, it's very clean. Not like they had to destroy the cardstock, but I'm saying it's like, I don't know, I felt like it was just too new with the imagery, and I love this picture though. That's such a good one. But see how bright and clean the photography is. I felt like it needed to be a bit more distressed like this. If the whole deck had been more like this, I probably would have been a lot less disappointed. But the good news is, this is a great deck. I mean, I can read with this deck without even like doing an interview or anything, because I was kind of, like I said, I was a little disappointed. So I didn't go through the same regimen that I usually do with my decks. In fact, I've kind of stepped away from that altogether, but I used to cleanse it and bond with it before I did do an interview and everything, before I would start using it, because I heard, and I feel like it makes sense, that it's kind of rude to just, you haven't even introduced yourself to this deck and now you're just asking all these questions. Like, I felt like, well, that makes sense, and I want to not be a rude tarot card reader. I want to be polite, even if it's to my decks. So, but this deck, I didn't do that. I just kind of jumped right into it and started asking it questions, and it read for me straight away. And that in itself was pretty impressive. But yeah, you really have to just accept it, if that makes sense. Like, it's a great deck. That's what I mean. It's a great deck. But I had different expectations, so I had to accept what it really was. And I think I'm fine with it now. I still need to use it more and get to know it like a friend. But I think I'm happy with it now. And that cracks me up. Carrots are wands. Cute. So the cardstock, because you might ask, is very firm. It's super nice. It's like it has a really good core. Of course, no edging. And the backs are lovely. So what do you guys do when you're not interested in doing tarot spreads for a while? Evidently, I try to go down rabbit holes and research really interesting or not just different kinds of things, right? I think we all go through it, and I'm not sure why it happened on the summer solstice, but I just totally felt a disconnect from tarot at that point. I knew I wanted to change my daily practice. I knew I wanted to start fresh with something that I haven't done before, but I had no clue what the heck I was going to do. I didn't feel inspired to do anything in particular. Like the last time I needed a change up, I just kind of changed the spread, and that worked really well for me. Like I feel fine about transitioning from one practice to the next, but this time I just didn't feel inspired to do anything with tarot. I wanted to start reading a book. I wanted to do a lot of art. In fact, that was my goal, was just to step away from writing in my journal and just do more art. I wanted to take my photography decks and draw from them and create, images from other people's photography. But then I wasn't feeling it. I honestly, I just stepped away, and I don't know. I guess stepping away was right, because this is fine. And learning about more, I don't know, religious things, more esoteric things just makes sense to me right now. And there's Fortitude, which is strength. Next up is the Wildlands Tarot. Lee Schumann, Dark Moon Crystals, created this deck, but I didn't... I don't even know how to tell this story. I'm sorry. I saw this deck on someone else's channel, and I think it was... I might leave her channel down below. I'm not sure the name of her channel, but she's enthusiastic about all kinds of decks, just amazing decks. And this one, number one, I knew it existed because I had the predecessor to it. I still do. The predecessor to it, the True North, came out first, and it didn't have credit for who created it, as far as I could tell. It was one of my first decks. It was my learning deck. I had plenty of room to write things down on the bottom. I bought a second copy of True North so that I didn't have all the scribble scratch down below. And then I saw this one, which honestly, it just looked like the True North, but with a little adjustments. And I don't know, guys. Sometimes I just get on a tangent. Oh, let me show you the backs, because they're a little busy. Sometimes I get on a tangent, and I just have to know. Like, I don't know. It's in my head, and I have to know. So I just went and bought it, and I wanted to go through it with the True North and see the difference. And Honestly, it's really different. Like, wow. I thought it seemed very similar, and similar is the only thing, because the Polaroid and the scenery in the background and holographic stuff, there's elements to it that make it what it is, that's similar to the True North, but it doesn't have the same photographs. Yeah, it's different. So let's see, there's a little face in here. Pretty sure, and just don't hold me to it, but pretty sure the True North has like 0 people. There's possibility that they have like Egyptian or artwork with a human type figure, but it's just scenery, you know? And I'll go through it soon. Maybe I'll do it next to show you the difference. But I don't regret getting this. It's a nice side copy, but it's not my favorite. I really do love the True North. I don't know if you, I know it's out of print. I know True North is out of print, and I'm pretty sure you can still get this on Etsy. But if you're interested in a deck that doesn't have quite so many human figures, True North is really, really good. It's very pippish. It's very simplistic like this. But if you like Threads of Fate, I mean, there's nothing wrong with simplicity. I just, maybe it's because I'm just emotionally connected to the True North that I like it better. Also, I think that the True North is just photographs and holographic images. This is superimposed. Like I was saying before, a lot of these decks that I'm showing here in the beginning are superimposed. You've got layered photography, and you know, that just creates a different vibe altogether. Something I like about both of them is the handwriting at the bottom. True North has different people's handwriting, so it looks like different people have scribbled on the cards. And this one all looks very uniform, same handwriting. So, you know, take that for what it is. I don't know, I felt it has a different feel with it being like collaboration. Seems like collaborations. Anyway, I'm just talking now. Kind of babbling, actually. This one's more focused on Egyptian photography. The other one, you know, I'm going to look at the guidebooks. Hold on. The other one is all around the world. Like, every card is different. Country, city, and that goes into the meaning. Well, it can enhance the meaning of each card. This one is, yeah, it seems to have a more narrowed view of its world. And it is really beautiful. I think I just haven't bonded with it. Maybe because I'm constantly comparing it to the True North. And that's not fair to it. I mean, that's not fair to this deck. But, yeah. At this point, it's beyond my control, because I immediately go into, oh, that's not the same. Funny. Okay, so that's the deck. Let's just take a look at the guidebook for one little second here. Okay, it does tell where the location is of the photographs. Justice in the United... See, I'm gonna mess this up. Justice is from the United States and Japan. So the superimposition, the layering that they did, one was from the United States and one was from Japan, and they just layered them. New Zealand and Turkey, Japan and USA, Canada and Iceland, Egypt. So that does tell you about it. We'll do the True North next, and we'll see if we can, glean any differences. I had put these in order of most altered photographs to least altered photographs. So I'm not doing this in the order that I was expecting. Just to let you know, I have deviated from my plan, but this is my original deck, and I edged it in, all kinds of colors, but I ended up throwing pearl on top of everything. So there's no way for you to know what I went through with this deck. There's pinks and greens and blues, but the overwhelming pearl just kind of makes it all blend. What I went through with this deck. So the cardstock, let's just talk for a second about cardstock. This is not paper. There's no way this is paper. This has got to be like the craziest plastic I've ever put my hands on. And so the edging did not soak in. It did not stay. I spent weeks trying, and it's everywhere. I mean, it's kind of on the inside of the edge. I don't know if you can see any of this. It's kind of on the inside, and often on the outside of the cards, there's mistakes. Yeah, I kind of butchered this deck. And so I bought a second one because I was treating this one like hell. And just because we went through the guidebook last, I'll show you this one. It has your little thing, but it tells you down here where the picture was taken. And yeah, of course, I've already said it. I'm really in love with this deck. This is one I'm bonded to for sure. But we're gonna see how many people we see in this deck. Like, there's hands, but let's see if we can find very many people. And again, the handwriting at the bottom is all like from different people, and you can see where I used to have my writing, where I've tried to erase it. Some faces. Love the little frog. Right now in my yard, it's the time of the toads. We have these teeny tiny little toads. They're so cute to watch. We also have frogs in our little jungle out front, but we don't get to see them, we just hear them. I guess every deck has its strengths and weaknesses, and this one's strength really draws from the fact that it does not depend on people or you know, trying to pull emotions from the reader. It's just simple, and that's good enough. Even in the city streets, they've aimed the camera up so you don't see the people who are probably walking on the sidewalks. Again, I see there could be people right here walking on the sidewalk, but I don't think that really... I think that counts as landscape to my eyes. I don't know. Oh, I love the tiger. Doo-doo-doo. And there's a statue of a person. Yeah, very, very few people. But again, I kind of consider that a strength of it. I can go to this and be as detached as I choose to be. It gives me a lot of freedom to move away from whatever emotions someone else thinks I need to be feeling. Definitely one of my top decks. Next, we have the Tree Whisperer series. I have 3 of these. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on them. I think there's too many cards to really spend a lot of time on them. You'll get the gist when you see it. I don't know what to say about them. If you haven't heard of this series, or if you haven't seen Mags Black's work, this is a truly unique way of looking at the world. And, you know, once you find things about the images, like in the images, like I see a crab, once you find things in here, it's really hard to wipe it from your memory. It's hard to unsee it, obviously. Which is one reason why I really don't like to spend a whole lot of time on these decks, because I want someone who wants these decks to have their fresh perspective when they get it and not be influenced by a lousy YouTube video. So, they're amazing. They, that looks like Ludo. And what I see may not be what you see, so that's the other reason. I don't want to influence... I can't help things falling out of my mouth, I'm sorry. But I don't want to influence people for what you're going to see or what you pull out of each image. But there's definitely like a Rorschach thing going on. Everybody sees their own thing and interprets it the way they do. It's pretty amazing. I fell in love with it the minute I saw it on someone else's channel. Of course, when I wanted it, it was out of print, and Kathy was so kind and gave me the first edition of this deck, which I cherish. I had already signed up for Mags to send me information on her reprintings and such, so I just got all of the decks I could when she started reprinting. When that's 3, so I mean, that's all I could get was 3. So I don't know if she has more now. Very content. I don't need more. 3 is perfect for me because there's 3 different seasons here. We've got like summer and fall and winter, and I think spring looks pretty much the same as summer. So we're not doing blossoms or anything, we're just doing trees. So anyway, that was a little bit of a ramble. There's several tarot readers here on YouTube that will use these decks over and over, and they say they keep finding more. I struggle to find more for myself so far. I see details. I see more details, but I always see the main, you can call it a character in the card, like the main visual exclamation point. It doesn't change for me, not really. Once my mind has given it an identity, it stays. So this is the Secret Garden. This is what I would consider summer. This one seems very fall. Cards are a different size. I don't know whether I like one or the other better. They're just different. I guess I should show you the backs. I had a conversation with my husband about the kinds of decks that I like, and it was so difficult to find words, but when we got to the the gist of it, I really do like a creepy deck. These are semi-creepy to me because some of them are foreboding. You know, you've got tree entities that obviously you could feel like they're watching you, observing you. But I don't like a deck that takes itself too seriously, because when you take a creepy deck and you turn it into a serious deck, or you let it be serious, all of a sudden it's just not, it's not fun creepy. It's scary creepy. I mean, it's disturbing creepy, and I don't want something to take itself too seriously, like, ever, really. We're all, like we've said before, we're so many facets of ourselves. There's so many different pieces and parts to us that, you know, you can't take yourself so seriously. Well, you can, but I don't think you're going to have very many friends. I don't think people are going to want to be around that all the time. Yeah, I don't like a serious deck. And the thing that I love about these trees, the way that she did the photography where she mirrored the image, it gives you just enough to turn it into whatever you want it to be, right? We said the Rorschach kind of effect. And some of these things look really goofy to me, and that it just tickles my funny bone. Oh, I have a sticker. Oh, it's glitter. Hey, Kathy, look, I got glitter in my deck. Oh, and these are the 2 little extra cards. So, one more. So, she's from Scotland. I guess I could have said that before. I was just looking at the card and it said so. Midas Black also has a community where she does blog posts, and lets her community comment and ask questions. She's really very open. I have not asked any questions other than how do I get your decks? Sorry. This is the wintry one. It's still going to have lots of greens, but you can tell that the earth is, you know, hibernating or going into hibernation. That's just so beautiful. This one has a different, maybe filter so that it feels more foggy. Or maybe it just is foggy. Gosh, I've not been to Scotland before. Could just be foggy. But I'll try to put her blog post, her link in the description as well. I'll have to try and remember all of the links that I'm putting in. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Just think of fairies in the forest and, you know, beings that you can only see if you choose to. Gosh. Okay, so that was Maggie Black. I will put her link in the description box, but if you feel like sending her an email, it is treewhisperoracle@gmail.com, all lowercase letters. Next is Chris Madston's Witches decks. This is the 3 Black Moons. This is the Witches Tarot. There's a ton of nudity in here, guys, so we're just going to try our best to behave. Maybe I'll put my finger strategically over certain bits, or maybe we just won't have a problem. We don't know. We're definitely going to have a problem. Sorry. First card, we have a problem. There's a problem, Houston. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're gonna slide through these as best we can. His photography is gorgeous. He has a bit of filtering, kind of alteration that goes on with most of the cards. Some of the cards, I don't know what to say, but very emotive. Very brings you to another place. I used to use these all the time. I have stopped, not because of any particular reason. I've got a lot of decks, so I'm using other decks right now. These are probably some of the most witchy decks that I own, maybe. And I say that because, I don't know, maybe it's just a feeling. Especially this Oracle was very, the way the guidebook was written and everything. I don't know. It's a feeling. That's not something I'm sure of. I'm finally to the point where I feel like cutting down on my decks, or, getting rid of several that I'm not happy with. So maybe we'll do a video where I show you what I'm thinking about getting rid of. I organized my decks this last week. I took everything, and when I say everything, I mean everything. I took everything out, alphabetized them, and put them back in, not perfect order because the shapes of the boxes won't allow like perfect order, but I put them in a very agreeable order. And that was quite the job. I woke up the next day very sore. But I'm so glad I did it. It was a burden. It was something that, I was letting go. All my decks were just kind of randomly crazy and everywhere, and I needed to organize them in some way because, well, you just need things organized, absolutely. There's the backs of these. This is the Witch's Tarot. I got this on Kickstarter, by the way. I know you can still get it on Etsy. But when I was organizing my decks, I realized just how hard it is, because part of me really wanted to put like genres of decks together, like photography and artsy and fun artsy and, cartoonish. I have a ton of cartoonish decks. And I only have 17 photography decks. I really am always surprised when I don't have as many as I think I do. I'm sitting here going, I love photography decks. They're like my favorite. I only have 17. I have 52 collage, and I'm not even like crazy about collage. Of course, I mixed them up a little bit. I got the layering photos as part of my collage decks. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's just funny to me how my perception of something is so off from reality. And yeah, I seem to have a lot going on. I have a low buy, no buy year this year, and I have not been behave. Just all I gotta say. I don't know how to behave myself. I've backed several Kickstarters, not as many as I did before. So there's that. I'm doing better. But I think I have 6 or 7 new Kickstarters that I've backed. Ugh, it's terrible. But they're really great, and it seems to be my favorite decks are ones that I get from Kickstarter. Maybe it's the whole experience of going through the process. You get to get updates, and you're in a group of people that, are we ever going to get another update? It's camaraderie. There's a whole vibe to Kickstarter, and depending on how deep you go or how often you spend time in it, is your experience. I try not to read too much about the stretch goals and things when we've hit stretch goals, because I like to be surprised. I also don't like to be disappointed. I received a deck, and we're not going to go into it right now, but I do want to tell you the experience. I backed it on Kickstarter and followed its creation, and when the creator said that everyone's decks were sent out, I never received mine, and I thought, falsely, but I thought it was a scam, and I was like, gosh dang it, I really thought this one was like for real. I was invested, you know what I mean? And so I contacted the creator, and I was like, I never did get my deck, and I don't know what's going on. Could you please just reassure me that it's on its way? And he said, oh no, we sent it, and it says it was delivered. And I was like, no, I didn't get it. So after lots and lots of time, which is completely understandable, they have to do their own investigation, they sent me a new deck. Well, the new deck, the artwork is beautiful. Oh, just love it. It's hand drawn. It's like almost watercolory, gouache. I love it. But it's really small. Like, guys, I didn't know that I ordered a pocket size. I mean, I thought it was going to be a regular size tarot deck because the artwork's so beautiful. I thought it would be big, you know? And it's just, you know, you build a thought in your head, and so not that particular experience makes me do this, but just that whole kind of protection. I can protect myself from disappointment by not having the same expectations that will lead to disappointment. Yeah, so, oh no, my Fool card has something on it. Yeah, I've loved these decks too much. Need to be nice to them. But it all worked out, and as you guys know, I travel, so my tarot decks need to be travel size, at least. Oh gosh, did I even show you that when I was talking? Okay, here's the Fool. So anyway, so getting a smaller deck wasn't the end of the world. It was just one of those things where I was like, I can't believe it's this small. But, yep, we have to keep ourselves in line. Carrie, don't expect so much. There we go. Terra Incognita. It's taped up here at the top, so I open it at the bottom. Still tear up the box, but just on the other side. Has silver edges. This is by Una in Space, I believe, or is it Urania Press? Urania Press. This is Urania Press. So this is also a Kickstarter. When I received this deck, guys, I fell in love with it. Like, touching it, I just got this energy. I felt magic in my hands. I adore this deck. It is an oracle. Even looking at it now, I'm just like, oh my god, I love this deck. Does it even make sense? Ugh. I do have a lot of Urania Press's decks. I also have Una in Space decks. There are some I'm ready to part with, I think. I need to go through them again and just talk to them and find out, you know, if I'm doing the right thing. Definitely one of my top decks. It pulls me in. I do love this deck. I will not part with this deck. I really don't know what to say about it other than perfect size, perfect cardstock. If you don't like shit on the edge, sorry, but it's beautiful. It's luxury. It feels very smart. Yes, this is a great deck. I think from here on, the decks really are straight photography. There might be a filter to make the glow or the haze, or, you know, it could be like a silhouette type filter, but they're just photographs. This is my monster bag that I made, and I did make these for a while. I don't think any of them sold. I think I sold one, maybe. But I love them, and that's all that matters. I use them for myself. So this is a monster deck, and inside my monster deck is the, not Slow Hauler. This is the Dark Moon Hauler. Dark Moon in the Hauler. Yeah. Very expensive deck. Very small deck. You have to decide for yourself if it's worth it to you. I am living in the South, and this is from the Appalachians. I could probably go here in a day, and so this just feels like home to me. Yeah, I do feel very comfortable with this deck. Kimmy and I both see this all the time. And forgive me, I call her Kimmy. That's how I was introduced, but she calls herself Kim now. So I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I love her. But when I went to visit her, this looks like stuff around her house. This looks like, it doesn't necessarily look like stuff around my house. Like, there's several things, yes, but I live in kind of a it's not a big city. It's a tiny city. It's a teeny tiny city. And so I have a lot of urban stuff around me. Not so many log cabins. I do have overgrown garden, which I love. I don't get to see too many skulls. I do live close to several cemeteries, graveyards. They're very cool. In fact, I've thought about getting some graveyard dirt, but I don't know what I would do with it, so yeah. Duality. They have another deck that's available on Etsy right now. It's in my cart. I'm not sure if I want it because I do have this one, and it is rather expensive. This looks like my front yard. I kind of want it, and then I would put it together with this one, but I'm not sure. I'm still trying to behave and not buy too many things, so it's just sitting in my cart right now. But it's a great deck. It's a great deck. Really don't know what to say about it. Maybe I don't need to because you got to look at all the pictures. Next, we're doing the Somnia Tarot. This is by Nicholas Bruno. This deck is owned by almost every person I know here on YouTube. It's a beautiful deck. This one is from 2021, so it does not take the art out to the edges. Kind of depends on what you like. I would have liked for it to go all the way out to the edges, but I also don't feel like I need to repurchase the deck. So here, this is where we are. Very, very emotional deck. Very, yeah, a very good deck. My husband doesn't like it because of the drowning kind of water scenes. They're not necessarily drowning, but it just gives him that feeling, and he doesn't like it. That's fine. He does appreciate how good the artwork is, though. That's not the problem. It's just if he were a tarot reader, he would not use it. Makes sense. What else about this deck? There's several different versions. There's an illustrated version. Of course, like I said, there's this one with the borders, and then the one that does not have borders. Yeah, I don't know. I'm positive it's still available because I think I was just at his website not too long ago. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. I like it. Oh. Doing this exercise of going through the different genres of decks that I have really helps me to appreciate what I have, and it gives me an opportunity to scrutinize my purchases. I am at a point where I need to start trying to pare down, start trying to decide what's staying and what's going, because we will be moving in a couple of years, and it's very important that I have just the right size deck collection. And as it is, it's pretty big. I think I have about 500 decks, so I need to get serious. Next, we have the High Desert Oracle deck. This is found on Etsy. Melissa McCain is the artist. I don't know what to say about this one either. I'm just at a loss for words today, but that's not unusual, so you guys, you'll just deal with me, I guess. I like some of these decks that have the writing right on the card. Usually, if it's on the back, that's easier for me, but this way I don't have to tote around a guidebook. I can spend some time with each card. Yeah, it's nice to have a mix, you know, decks that don't have anything, like the Wordless Oracle. I really love the Wordless Oracle. And then decks like this that has more words than anything else. It works for me. I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, and so I never saw a bear. Sorry, guys. I've seen bears here in the South, but I did not see bears in the West, so that's a little different. But Prairie dogs. Oh my god. All this stuff is so cool. I don't want to live there, but I do appreciate the beauty and the majesty of the land. My husband loves to look out and just see vast landscape and open sky. I mean, he's blue sky guy. He loves it. I'm not crazy about the glaring sun. You don't really have quite as much. It feels like there's no atmosphere out there. It's so intense. The heat, not just the heat, but like the light is really intense. Here in the south, we have clouds, we have haze, we have humidity, and everything really filters that light, and it feels more gentle. It feels kind. I know that sounds funny. It does, though. I mean, I feel more insulated here, and I love it. And I do plan on going back to Arizona. We want to go to Sedona and walk the areas of the vortices and perhaps find the labyrinth. There's a lot of things I want to do in Sedona. I'll also visit family. I've got cousins and aunts out there, and yeah, it's a lot of good memories, a lot of crazy stuff. I'm duplicitous, west and south. North too, because my mother-in-law lives in Vermont, so I feel connected. I feel everywhere I go, I'm a little connected. It's a nice feeling. But that was the High Desert Oracle, and I got this on Etsy. This is the Child Inside Tarot, Alice Smeets. I have 2 of her decks. She has several. She has 3 or 4. I have to go back to her website to see for sure. As we're getting further along with the photography, we're getting closer to straight, unfiltered, unadjusted, unmolested photography. So this is a rather large deck. I love it. Like, this was a Kickstarter also. But my hands are not this big. I do not have I don't have the length that I need to really do a good job shuffling these, but this is a unique deck. I don't see many things that compare to it. I love her vision. I wish that she had more participants. I can't remember how many children I counted in this deck. There's probably 6 same children in each card, and I thought that was going to be a problem for me. When I first got the deck, I thought, well, I was hoping for a whole village of kids, diversity, lots of different people, but the way she managed it, I love it. I think her vision was spot on, and yeah, I'm very, very happy with the deck. It's a great reader. Like I said, I usually interview a deck, and I'm pretty sure I did. I talked to this deck and kind of sorted through it, looked through all the pictures several times before I started asking it questions, and it's lovely. It is truly lovely. I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep this one. We're not there yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep this one. I have a special relationship with children. My career was taking care of children, special needs children, and just my community. I took care of children at the daycare, and I really feel like with all my past lives, I was a child. I never had the experience of growing up in my past lives. I still feel very childish inside, and so, you know, in that respect, this deck is perfect for me. Yeah. I don't see the inside of me, like my subconscious, my soul. I don't see it as a 55-year-old. Don't think of myself as being 55, although I am. And, you know, I'll use it as a really good excuse whenever I can. Like, I'm an old lady, leave me alone. But deep inside, and my internal me, when I'm talking to internal me, I'm a child. I've always been a child. I'm not grown up. I don't know how to behave. I don't know how to do grown-up things. I mean, I know how to manage money. I mean, I know how to be a grown-up, but emotionally, like, yeah, like when people who tap into their intuition, right? When you tap into your intuition is very all-knowing, or I don't have a word. You know, it's kind of omnipotent, maybe. It's your intuition is just more. But my intuition is a child. What should I do? I don't know. What's fun? Which way should I go? I don't know. Which way's prettier? What do you want to eat? I don't know. What does he want to eat? I don't think my intuition, I don't think my insides have caught up to my outsides. So yes, this is a great deck. Alice Smeets photography. This one, because of what I've just explained, is my favorite deck of hers. She has one that came out forever ago, and it's children from all over the world. No, it's not children. It's people from all over the world. And then this one's children, and then there's another one that I'll be showing you right now that I think they're all from Haiti. Looks to me like New Orleans, but I'm pretty sure this is Haiti. Let me see if it says. This is the Ghetto Tarot. This was also from Kathy. She is a very generous friend. And she's also going through a decluttering adventure. Let's see what it says. It's Haitian. Okay. So I'm glad I was right. Know something about my decks. I don't know. Oh, this is the backs. And again, these are really big cards. I don't mind that. I just have a difficult time shuffling, that's all. Whoa! We had a avalanche. I'm still making decisions about this particular deck. I haven't used it much. I do need to spend more time with it. I just don't know how I feel yet. That's all. I just need some time. And it is a more recent addition to my collection, so... And maybe it is just a collector's deck, because you guys remember in Haiti they had the horrible devastation, And I was in nursing school when it happened, and the different charities that stay in touch with the universities ask for the nursing students to go and spend time in Haiti helping rebuild and clothe people, basically, well, basic care for people that may be injured or just need material things. So I do recall a connection to Haiti, but I'm just not sure about the deck. I don't really know how often I would use it. I don't know what part it plays or would play in my practice. And with me going through this transition right now where I'm not even sure what my practice looks like, this is definitely just going to have to be put on hold. Any decisions about these kind of decks. I really do love Alice Smeet's vision, and her execution is pretty awesome. But as I said, I'm not sure how often I would use this. So I will sit with it for a while. It's also kind of amazing to think that she was able to talk these people into doing this. They're such characters, aren't they? They're such characters. Okay, so that's Alice Smeets. Like I said, I will try to remember, and I will probably remember to put all of the links in the description box just so that you can check out the artist. You don't have to buy everything. You can just be aware of their contribution to the tarot world, and that might be good enough. Last deck. This does not have a box, so I have it in I have it into different bags. So this one is the Flower Therapy Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. It has gold edges, straight up photographs, writing on every card. Very cool. Just use this deck all the time. I pair it with everything. I love flowers. I love my garden. What I really, really love is wild gardens. Like, just let that shit go. Let it do its thing. Oh, just take over. My husband recently attacked my clematis, and I could not be more sad. It's never going to be as pretty as it was that year. I may just put that little video of my clematis at the end of this video. It's so beautiful, and I love the lush, full, like, oh, it's taking over kind of beauty of it. I don't really have any reason to hold my gardens back or hold my plants back from taking over. If my honeysuckles were to just take over the whole front yard, I don't have a reason not to let it do it. Everything around the honeysuckle lets the honeysuckle do what it does. The clematis takes over my camellias. My camellias come back and they bloom in a different season. It's all in the right time. Everything blooms and then, fades, and it's just a constant. This is blooming, that is fading, and I love it. I love the wildness of it. I love the pure, leave it to the fairies, leave it to the nature, leave it to the birds to plant the seeds, just leave it. It's so gorgeous. And this year, well, last year really, was it last year? Anyway, recently I realized we have hickory trees, and I'm getting these hickory pods falling, and I would have never seen that. I would have never had that if I had, tended it and, manicured it. And I don't want to do that with my yard. I don't want to do that with my garden. I want it to just follow nature's plan. Yeah, nature has its own plan. It'll do it. So that's all of my decks. All of my photography decks, sorry. And let me know what you think. I mean, if there's something that you think, oh gosh, that just really looks like a terrible deck, or oh my gosh, that's such a beautiful deck, just pop a comment in the comment section and we can talk about it. I'd love to talk about decks and, see what you guys think. But for now, thanks for watching. I'm so glad to spend time with you, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.